Academy. This module is called Awareness is Key. Now, before we get into this module, one thing I want to just bring to your attention is that every step of this process is building on the previous, right? So as you move into this module, I want you to be bringing with you what you have learned from module 1. So the shift in perspective you are having, maybe around weight loss and diets and body and weighing yourself, the awareness of your language and the way that is impacting your reality. Remember the exercise of shifting your thoughts. Use these are all tools that are going to support you on this journey and that you will continue to use for a lifetime. Like, I still use these tools that we're teaching here, and they will come in handy in not like just around food and body, but in all areas of life. So make sure that you are like adding these tools to your toolbox and you keep them in your mind. Now, a good way to do that is you can write out your different tools, or you can just go to the little toolbox on the membership site, or sometimes I even like to use post-it notes, you know, like write on a post-it note, check in with my thoughts today, for example, take a few deep breaths today. Or sometimes I like to even set reminders on my phone on the alarms, so you can set alarms to go off throughout all different times of the day, and you can put a label on there. So sometimes I like to, you know, put a little label on there like check in with how I'm feeling. Like I said, take some deep breaths, take a moment out, check in with my thoughts, and it just saves you having to remember to do it, because sometimes we just forget, right? So I just wanted to remind you guys that everything you're learning is adding on to what you have previously learned. So as for this module, this is going to be split into 2 parts, and I want you to aim to do the first part in the first 2 weeks and then take the second part for the second 2 weeks of the month. Now, the aim of this module is to help you become more consciously aware, even more than last month, of your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, your habits around food. Now, before we can start clearing the emotion, the belief systems, the habits, we need to be aware of what we're running, right? So this is the first step of change, awareness. Now, the problem is that the majority of us are not very conscious, not very present, not very connected and grounded generally throughout the day, and so we're running on autopilot. We are not even conscious of what we're doing, when we're eating, how we're feeling, what we're thinking. We're just so go, right? We're so ahead of ourselves. We're so in the future moment. And this is something that's really important to bear in mind, is that is the only place that stress can really exist, is when we're not in the present moment. We're not here, we're not connected, we're like in tomorrow, or we're in next week, or we're so ahead of ourselves that we've lost touch of the present moment. And that distance between our mind and our body and our energy, like our body's here but our mind and energy might be out here, creates stress, it creates anxiety, it creates separation, because we are not truly enjoying each present moment. Now, I want a real big focus of this month for you to be becoming more present, becoming more mindful, becoming more in the moment, so that you can become more aware of the thoughts, the feelings, the habits, the emotions, and everything you're running around food. So it's all going to start with becoming more present, more mindful. And the way we're going to start to do this is actually discussing some of the physical elements of the freedom model, and I'm going to cover some of the points that I would like you to start bearing in mind for this part of the freedom model. And then we're actually going to create what we call your daily devotion practice, okay? So this is going to be a little practice, a routine, a ritual that you, whatever you want to call it. I like to call it like a devotion, because it feels like it's something for me. And it's going to be something that has a few little tools in there that get you set up for the best day possible and feeling your best, so you can be the most calm, connected, present, grounded, successful version of yourself. So that's one thing we're going to be doing this month. The second thing, in part 2, we are going to be looking at, as I said, going into more detail of tracking your emotions, your feelings, and everything that is coming up around food, so that next month we can actually start to clear some of this stuff. So I'm going to be sharing a few new little tools and things with you this month, guys. We're going to start to intro some meditation, which is exciting, because that is one of the most powerful and effective tools to help you become more mindful, more present, and in the moment. improvement. So that's the focus of this module. Scroll on down and get stuck into the content.